Okay, we're going to make my Grand Marnier souffle. Wonderfully light, wonderfully easy, and looks absolutely fantastic. Hopefully you've got your 2 bowls, your eggs, your ramekins, all the ingredients out and ready. And we can get on, and we need to separate the eggs. We need to put the egg whites into the metal bowl and the yolks into the non-metal bowl. So the way that I always do this is just by cracking the egg open and transferring the yolk from shell to shell. There we go. The next one. Almost lost it then. Okay. Perfect. And then the final one. Another tap. There we go. Go. And I really don't know why soufflés have such a difficult reputation, because they're really not difficult at all. As you'll see, and a little bit later, you've got mile-high soufflés coming out of your oven. I'll get rid of the bits of shell, and now we need to whisk the egg whites, and we're going to whisk it until it stiff peaks. It'll only take 20-30 seconds, and then we'll add in a dessert spoon of sugar. So hopefully you've got your whisk ready to whisk the egg whites, so go! Okay, hopefully you've stopped. See, my egg whites are looking like this. Probably can't really tell at this stage, but we're going to add, excuse me, add in a dessert spoon of sugar and then whisk again just for about another 15 seconds. So add in the sugar and whisk again. There we go, hopefully you've stopped. Yours looking something like this, nice stiff peaks, doesn't move around in the bowl. If you want to show off and pop it over your head, you can do, but I'm not taking that risk. And we can get on and add the alcohol to the egg yolks. There we go, so it's 1.5 shots of Grand Marnier. I did well not to drink that. Along with 3 dessert spoons of sugar, and then we're just going to whisk that together. Okay, and we're just going to whisk this till it's all blended together. It won't rise, stiff peaks or anything like that. Okay, go. Okay, so now we need to mix the 2 mixes together. So you start adding the whites to the yolks. So using your metal spoon, you'll take a spoonful of the whites and add it into the yolks and just start stirring. And fold it in nice and gently. And the idea isn't to get rid of all the egg white, because the egg whites are the bits that contain all the air. You just want to mix it through so that the final end mix just looks really nice and fluffy. See, so something like this is absolutely perfect to start off with. And then we can add in another spoon give that a mix. Just nice and gently folding it over, and then add in a nice bigger lump of whites. And then the rest of the whites. There we go. Just folding it in nice and gently, and hopefully your mix is really nice and big and fluffy now. But you've still got speckles of white in the mix as well, so you don't want to destroy it all completely. So we can bring in our ramekins and add in 2 tablespoons of marmalade to the bottom. Two, and the same for the other one. 1, 2. Don't need to bother spreading it out or anything, it'll all spread out in the pan. And then lastly, we need to fill the ramekins. So just take a nice big spoon of the mix and carefully dollop it into the ramekin. And you want to fill them to just about to the brim. Okay. A little bit more for this one, I think. Set the mix aside. Now, what we want to do is we just want to clean up the ramekins, and just there'll be air pockets in there that we just need to knock out. So just gently tap the ramekins on your worktop, and just pat the sides, and it'll just make sure that there's no big air pockets. Go. And then using your thumb, just run your thumb all the way around the edge, just making sure that it's nice and clean all the way around the edge of the ramekin, and this will allow them to rise up beautifully. Okay. So all you need to do now is just pop these into your oven for 16 minutes. But if you carry on watching, you'll see what mine look like when they come out of the oven. Okay, I've just taken mine out of the oven. They're looking wonderful and risen, and I hope that you enjoy them.